So I wonder, as you're going through your day, how many of you stop and think, I could get so much more done if I just didn't have to deal with people. It's these people that keep getting in my way. You've got stress related to creating the vision, and you've got to be executing your strategies and getting the right resources and the right people on your team. But at the end of the day, it's really the people who can either power you forward or they can really weight you down. It's a lot like you're this blob of silly putty. Do you remember silly putty when you were little? And you get into your day, but then you're stretched over in this direction because you've got to resolve the issue that's going on between the sales manager and the operations manager. They just can't work it out. So you're the one that has to go in and fix that. Then you're pulled over in this direction because you promoted somebody that you're really excited about, but not everybody else in the organization thinks so. So you've got some explaining to do. You've got to help your people move through change more easily. Then you're pulled over in this direction because you have a business partner where there's been some confrontation brewing for a long time because he hasn't been pulling his weight and he's threatening to leave the business. So you've got to tend to that. So you've got all these different issues that kind of stretch you in different directions that take you off your path during the day. Remember when we had newspapers way back when? Did you have a favorite comic strip or something that you liked to get an imprint of? Well, this is the same thing that's happening to you when you allow yourself to get pulled into these problems that you think that you have to solve. In fact, the harder that you push and press, the more effort that you exert, the more the imprint will show up. It's a stronger imprint, right? And in many cases, it's negative. In fact, the harder you're working at trying to solve the problem, the more that negative imprint sticks with you. It's like you can't shake it. It goes home with you, right? And you're still thinking about it. You're up at night. It's really important, the higher level that you are in your leadership role, the more discerning you become about the kinds of problems that you allow yourself to be involved in. So the first idea to think about is how you view your role. And if you can change how you think about your role from problem solver to possibility thinker, it will change the way that you go through your day. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, well, if my people bring problems to me, they really don't know. If I say, okay, well, what are some ideas that you have? They'll say, well, we don't know. That's why we always come to you. And so one of the best comeback coaching questions that you can share when somebody gets to that point where they say, well, I don't know, is to say, well, what if you did know? What if you did know? And you'd be amazed at how that can help them block through these obstacles in their thought process. They'll be able to generate better ideas. You're building their capability to be better problem solvers, which is what you want, and you're building their accountability too, so that you can be freed up to focus on the issues that are really most important for you to stay focused on. What are the experiences that will help you the most, not just professionally, but in your personal life too? The more you can build the positive, the more it will help deflect the negative. It's like building your immune system, getting stronger and stronger, so that the more positive you have on a regular basis that's impacting you, the easier it will be to deal with the negative. Finally, I know that we've talked about silly putty, and I know that your issues are not silly. Some of you are dealing with decisions that affect thousands, if not millions of dollars and many people. But I do encourage you to try to look for the silliness or keep things light. Look for the humor in situations so that as you go through the day, you're noticing that you're coming from a different place. You've heard that leaders set the tone at the top. Setting a tone of being light sounds like a simple thing to do, and it's harder for some people than others. But if you can become more aware of how you're showing up, that will translate to others in the organization. One of the best comments that I hear from executives that I work with after a few months, and things are going dramatically better for them, and I'll say, what have you been doing that's different? They'll say, you know, I've just decided to lighten up, or I've just been taking things more lightly, and I feel lighter, and it's helping my team. The lighter you keep it for yourself, the better you'll be able to lift yourself up, which helps you lift others up, so that you can all move forward more easily. And we can talk more about how to do that in another session. So thanks for being here today. Silly putty. Anybody want silly putty? Thank you.